Something freaking works.
All right, here's the bike. ONEBOT. All right, we're good to go. That was easy. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Erock Rodz, and today we are trying out the ONEBOT SL6. This is a slow bike. There's got to be a faster speed. Let's go. All right, we turned it up. There we go. So the speed limit is dependent on the level. Alright, so we came to New Brunswick. We threw the bike in the back of the car to test out its commuting capabilities. And I didn't switch the odometer to 2 miles per hour, so I'll have to figure that out. I'll do the conversions later on the screen. Yeah, so we're down in New Brunswick. We sold one of our PEVs, Segway 9Bot S, that I haven't been using, and we actually met a cool rider while we were out here. PEV rider. He said he owns an Onyx, a Talaria, he owns EUCs, and he's been looking for group rides, so I told him about the NJ PEV group rides page, and we're probably going to meet up at some point once the weather gets nicer. Alright, so we're just cruising in the bike lane. We're just going to ride to the park because I don't know how comfortable I feel riding with traffic with something this underpowered. It's definitely a bike lane commuter. Okay, stopping power is there. We'll go to the park and review the specs. So first impression just from riding that is that it feels very playful. It's got a little zip to it once you turn up that power assist level, but it feels very comparable to the Jetson Bolt Pro. Yeah, the bike feels very comparable to the Jetson Bolt Pro, except the form factor feels a little bit taller. I think it looks more stylish. We'll take a look when we get to the park. All right, let's take a look at this bike. So what we got here is the ONEBOT GN6SL. It has a 350 watt motor with a 36 volt 7.8 amp hour battery. It's a folding commuter e-bike that maxes out at about 16 miles per hour. It says that it could go about 28 miles with pedal assist. That's a small battery, so I would assume that's pedal assist on a very low mode, maybe like 1 or 2 of the 3 modes. The max load is 265 pounds, and it has this small rear suspension down here, but I don't know how well that works. That thing is tiny. The whole bike is just under 50 pounds. It says 48.7 pounds. The bike itself is 43 pounds, and the battery is 4.3 pounds. On the cockpit, we got a twist throttle, and we got a horn. We got mechanical disc brakes, folding stem. It's a pretty compact bike. It could fold down. It folds in half. You could fold down the stem. I threw it in the back of my SUV with no problems. It's great to use as a last mile solution, and it has 3 pedal assist levels, 1, 2, 3. And the thing to note about this bike is that the throttle power also is dependent on the pedal assist level that you're in. So if you're in 1, you're only going to max out at certain speeds, and 3 will be your top speed. We'll do some performance tests on the bike around the park here. So without further ado, let's do some test rides. I learned this the hard way, and I have to mention this, is that this bike, the pedal assist, works on a cadence sensor. And if you see, when I start walking the bike, see how I walk the bike? The pedals turn like this. See how they're rolling like this? If the bike is powered on, this thing will shoot off thinking that you're on the bike pedaling. So I learned that the hard way when the bike when it flew out of my hands. So that's just something very important to note, is that if you're going to walk this bike and if you see that it's starting to do that pedaling, make sure the bike is off, because this thing is going to fly out of your hands. And yep, I learned it the hard way. Alright, am I recording now? Okay, that sucks. I just recorded a whole segment thinking that I was recording, and I wasn't. So we're going to start it over. Alright, so we're pedaling by itself with no electric at all. And it surprisingly has a very comfortable pedal because it's got a decently sized chainring. And I didn't get to flip. I don't know how to change the speedometer to miles per hour, and I forgot my phone mount, so I can't put up my GPS. So I'll do the conversions later when we do the speed test. Okay, so we're gonna do pedal assist tests to see the top speed of each. Starting with 1. Pedal assist 1 gets you to about 15 kilometers per hour. Pedal assist 2 gets you to 20, almost 21 kilometers per hour. And pedal assist 3, and I'm still feeling resistance, and we're hitting 26 kilometers per hour. Because the throttle is dependent on the pedal assist level that you're in, I'm assuming the max speeds will be the same as the pedal assist levels. Okay, so we're gonna go on pedal assist 1 and do throttle only. And it's going 16, almost 17 kilometers per hour. Going on pedal assist 2, level 2, and it's hitting 20, almost 21 kilometers per hour. And 3, is hitting 26 and a half kilometers per hour. And I'll throw all those conversions up on the screen. And yeah, this rear suspension, it's so tiny, I honestly can't even tell that there's rear suspension. So the top speeds of this with the speeds of this bike, it's definitely a bike lane commuter. I don't know how comfortable I would be riding in traffic with this, but let's go do a couple hill tests. Alright, do a brake test. Okay, they are mechanical disc brakes that are screaming at me to stop. So we'll do just a throttle only test at level 3 and check the speeds. Alright, here we go. Going up this hill. Full throttle. Let's see how it handles this hill. Pedal assist 3. Level 3. And it's going up it, but at a pace of 14 kilometers per hour. Alright, we made it up. Almost made it to 15 kilometers per hour. Alright, well, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to assist it with the pedals. Let's see if that helps. Pedal assist 3. And let's go. Cadence sensor picks it up. Oh, it's definitely, with the pedal assist, going a little bit faster, and it feels like I'm helping the bike. 18 kilometers per hour going up. And it looks like it's handling it just fine. Alright, that'll definitely help in your commuting in hilly areas. So let's continue on with this ride and just talk about who we think this bike is for. Okay. Alright, so the seat is starting to hurt a little bit. I've been riding for probably like 20 minutes or so, and my butt is hurting. So I would definitely look into getting an aftermarket seat if you were to get this bike. So my first impressions, it feels solid. I'm not going to say it doesn't feel solid. It feels good. It's very comparable, like I mentioned, to the Jetson Bolt Pro. It's in that category in terms of speed and range, but it sits a little bit higher and it pedals like a real, it feels like a real bike. The Jetson Bolt Pro, it does not feel good pedaling from what I recall. This one you'll feel resistance, so it feels like you're actually helping the motor. Versus on the Jetson Bolt Pro, I was kind of like, I felt like I was just a clown pedaling. It does sit up a little bit higher, like I mentioned, so you feel taller presence. It doesn't feel like a toy. It's got 16-inch wheels. I don't know if I mentioned that. So they're still pretty small, but it's a commuter. It's a light commuter bike, so we don't really need the 20-inch full fat tires. Yeah, so this would be ideal for anyone that needs a last mile solution, or lives in a city and just needs to ride a couple miles, or if you just want to fold it up, throw it in the back of your car. That's what I did today. I just threw it in the back of my SUV. It folds a very compact suspension, nothing to write home about. Solid bike. If you're looking for speed, you probably want to go elsewhere. Comfort, not the seating position is comfortable, but the seat itself could improve. Those brakes. Good. There we go. We're gonna get some anti-ans. Lesson learned, turn off the bike before you walk it, because it might fly out. See, the cranks move. Hi, how you doing?
Yes, sir.
Alright. We just got our Cinnabon and anti-ans to go. Whenever I go out, I always have to get snacks for the wifey. This bike fits into that micro mobility category in a sense, like the Jetson Bolt Pro, or also that new e-bike that has no pedals. That's like basically a scooter. The Jackrabbit, that's light and has a small battery, but it's just for local commuting. This would fit more closely into that category, but at a quarter the price of it. I'm sure the quality of the Jackrabbits are nice. If you're looking for a budget e-bike that'll get you decent commuting speeds for bike lanes, this is definitely an option. Alright, this is how to fold the ONEBOT bike. Press right here, comes apart, and we can also do the same thing with the stem. I'm coming out, yep. Good, yep. Thank you. I'll make sure these are out of the way. Fold this down. And there we go. Small footprint. And that's good to go. Anyways, so that's going to be the review of the ONEBOT e-bike. If you enjoyed the content, please consider subscribing, hit the thumbs up button as it really helps out the channel, and we will catch you on the next ride. Alright guys, ride on.